I'm finally starting not to look like a bald-headed Wraith main, bro. My hair's finally starting to grow back in. Thank God. Been getting way too roasted in chat about looking like a bald-headed Wraith or a chemo patient. You guys are absolutely bullying me every single time I go live. Anyways, what's up, everyone? District here. Where's my headset? And today we are doing another reaction video to your guys' Apex Legends clips. If you guys are new to the channel, or if you guys are new to this series, basically every single Wednesday we hop on ranked.com and we watch 3 of your guys' clips and we try to break them down, and using our Apex Legends coach skills we try to determine what rank you are based off of the one clip that you submit. You guys would think that guessing your rank off of one clip would be fairly easy, but in reality it's actually really hard. We've had a couple like sessions where we were like really close to getting perfect, but honestly recently you guys have just been setting like the just weirdest clips ever. You either send like an amazing clip and you end up being like someone who's like rookie, or you send an absolutely awful clip and you end up being someone who's a high rank. So it's, you know, honestly, it's really hard to tell, and the recent ranked seasons don't make it any easier. But with that being said, let's hop into it. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Ranked, you guess one. We're not even gonna go over this. You guys know the rules. We talk about this every single time. So let's skip the rules today and hop right on into it. Recently, you guys have been, or not all of you, but some of you guys have been saying that I talk way too much in these videos. So let's just talk a little bit less. Want to watch? Everyone knows the rule. Let's hop right on in here. Starting off, we have a console ranked match coming into the second ring here. Second ring closing. Oh, backing away. Ooh, high level player. Instantly, I already know it's a high level player. He saw that he was like stuck in the open and he quickly backed off. Now, this is an awful quality clip. You can barely even see that there's people in front. Running with his gun in his hand. Oh. No shot. No shot. You get to just do that. How do you not? Why do you not show the rest of the clip? What? Why did you send a 28-second clip? Did you die and you just like didn't want to? Why did you send that? I'm gonna guess a diamond. That makes no sense. Why would you send a clip that just like ends halfway through? Okay, so right off the rip, I'm thinking diamond, and there's a couple reasons why. One, as we'll see right here, he's popping his bat. He's trying to recover from a fight that he maybe wasn't winning to begin with, right? Like, he's hurt. Awesome. He's popping his bat, and then someone pops up in front of him. If he continues to use the battery, he's going to get killed, right? Obviously, the guy's just going to shoot him in the back, and he's going to be defenseless, and he's basically just going to die. So what he does is he backs up, brings himself into cover, and now that he's in cover, he could re-engage this situation. And because he's the one technically peeking this individual, yes, the Horizon started pushing him, but he got to cover, he took himself out of that fight, and then he quickly re-engages. When you're the one to re-engage, when you're the one to make the plays, 90% of the time, you're going to win that chunk of the fight because that person has to now react to your play. So Horizon pushed him, he wasn't ready, he disengaged. He was ready, he re-engaged. Now he's technically winning because he's the one making the plays instead of reacting to the plays. And as we'll see right here, he probably gets first damage. Not quite. Really good damage. He comes back into cover. That's something that we really like to see. And then he re-engages and he's trying to keep the pressure on. He's trying to keep the pressure, and he ends up getting the really nice knock. Now right here, it would be really dope to see him just instantly start popping a battery. But he doesn't. Instead, he's looking to keep putting in more damage. If that guy literally had hit him for one more shot, like one more bullet, he would have been dead. So that kind of takes us from like a master down to a diamond. Like a master, and even like, you know, master pred, even though they're really good players, they know I can't hard challenge someone if I don't have the health to actually do that. So realistically, TikTok, Stnif, how the fuck do you say that? That's such a dumb name. Nif, go with Nif, bro, or Dnif, or Sniff, but Stnif. Fuck. He should be resetting here, and instead he's trying to continuously fight these players. Realistically, right there he should have been done. He should have been dead also. The lifeline just should have turned around and shot him and killed him right then and there. So he's obviously playing a really low tier lobby. I don't know why you end the clip right there. So there's really not much to go off of, which was the theme of like last week also. People were sending in like half clips or like clips where they don't do anything. So overall, you know, original guess was like, oh, maybe he's a master player. Realistically, I think he's definitely a diamond player. So I think I'm going to stick with diamond again, right? Like main things happening here is awesome. He disengaged, he re-engaged the fight, but he stayed in a fight when he didn't have the health to do it. And any good player worth their weight in salt knows that if you are extremely hurt, you can't take extremely aggressive stances on top of teams. So his game sense, his mechanical fighting skills are there. His game sense, not quite. We're gonna go diamond, masters. You know, a little too aggressive. Maybe he's playing super aggressive because he is in a low tier lobby and he's not a bad player. So he has that extra confidence boost and he's just playing extra risky. But odds are he probably died immediately after he ended the clip and then he just didn't want to send that part of the clip. All good. One watch, everyone knows the rules. Clip number 2. So far we are 1 out of 2 stars. Really quiet. Can I turn that up at all? I missed it. Hold on. I missed it. Back it up. It's a 19-second clip and it's in pubs, by the way. Who is this? Kevin Alfrederson, Twitch. Punching the air. We all do that. Controller player, obviously. Nice.
Whoa.
Juice.
Oh, yeah, we're trios.
Masters.
Nice. Easy, bro.
Possibly Pred. There's nothing in here that would make me say Pred other than good aim, but at the same time, he's on controller. And we all know that controller is not broken, but it's definitely easier to fight up close than it is on mouse and keyboard.
Same.
Go Masters. And again, he's gonna be 1 rank off. He's gonna be a rookie this time. Okay, watch this back though. I'm thinking Masters, but we'll see. So right away, obviously, right, he notices this guy's in the open. He's trying to get a shot off, punching the air on accident. Because it didn't work out, because he made because he made it, oh yeah, I guess that is right. Because he made an unintentional is that right? Because he made a mistake that was not intentional, that works. He tried to bring himself to the cover. Obviously, this isn't really the best cover, but there's no other options. He even crouches, tries to make his hitbox as small as possible. Brings out his gun, re-peeks, comes back into cover, re-peeks. Forces him to be out in the open. Again, he's the one making the pushes here. He's really not getting, even though people are kind of like pushing and coming to him, he's also countering their push by just pushing them right back. So the person thinks that they're about to make a play. Little do they know that Kevin Alfrederson is actually making a play on them. So that right there is a good indicator that this is a high level player. Typically people who are diamond and below, they kind of just sit there and they play, and whatever happens, they shoot, right? Which typically isn't the best move, right? So the fact that Kevin Alfrederson is making plays goes to show that he knows in his head that, you know, aggressive players always win and defensive players typically always lose. Good shots. Honestly, like, there wasn't really anything crazy here that, you know, would warrant going super high level, but, like, good aim. Again, like, recently the clips that we've been getting here are just, like, really mediocre. They're just, like, oh, like, they hit a 1 clip, but at the end of the day, like, that doesn't really show anything. Good clip. Is there anything that we could, like, really, like, analyze here? Other than, like, he makes a mistake, he comes back into cover. Perfect, right? He's going to take himself out of a situation where he may take extra damage. He gets his really good damage put in. Nice. He's going to engage this Octane instead of getting engaged himself. Nice. Also, I mean, I guess I didn't really touch on this or talk about this. He doesn't ADS, like, right up when he's in their face. What he does is, for the most part, he's hip firing. And then when he gets on target, you'll notice that he ADSs, so that all of those shots within that brief moment of ADS, like, go right into his chest. And then as he starts coming off, like right here, right, he goes into a hip fire. Because now, even though the Octane isn't directly in the middle of his crosshairs, all the bullets that spray out to the right side are still going to hit his hitbox. And this is why hip firing is really important when you're fighting up close, because the person may not be directly in front of you, where an ADS would be, you know, more beneficial. Sometimes they step outside of your crosshair. Hip firing will still hit them. You might only hit half your shots, but that's better than missing 100% of your shots if you're shooting straight here. Goes back into a hip fire. Nice. Takes himself out of the fight right away so that he can reload and then kind of reassess the situation that he's been put in. So again, that's kind of good right there that he's doing that. And then also notice how when he's shooting here, He takes the time, he's shooting, but he's not shooting and moving forward and committing himself even more to the fight. He's shooting and stepping backwards. What this is going to do is this lifeline is continuing to step forward, right? Which means that he's basically getting forced to be stuck in the open. Kevin is. The more the lifeline moves forward, the more that he's in the open. So by stepping backwards, he's allowing the lifeline to come out into the open more, and then he's also coming back towards his cover over here on the left side of the screen, this big post. That way, let's just say that this lifeline turns on him and starts like pissing on him. He's instantly able to get back into cover. Also, something that I see a lot of people do is when people are getting rezzed, like lifeline rezzed, or even just like regularly rezzed when like their teammate picks them off the ground, what they'll do is they'll try to thirst the person while they're getting picked up. The issue with this is while you're knocked, you have 100 health, right? So you have like 200 health when you're standing up and you're healthy. You have 100 health when you're on the ground knocked. But if you get rezzed, like how he is, as soon as the animation's finished, you only have like 23 health, right? So you have to do more damage while they're getting rezzed versus doing one little bit of damage when the person gets picked up. And that's why he waits to punch him out so that the guy instantly dies, as opposed to having to hit him once or twice with the Peacekeeper. I'm gonna go Masters player. I mean, like, again, he could very well maybe be a Predator. The clip didn't have any good game sense to really demonstrate because it was just a very basic fight. There wasn't really anything technical that happened. He could also very well just be a Diamond who's on controller who just hits really good shots, and he's just got very good, fighting skills. But in ranked, he has, mediocre awareness positional skills. I'm gonna go Masters. There's just, I don't know. We just keep getting like bad clips. And he's Diamond, yeah. That's kind of what I was more leaning towards. I just wanted to give him a little bit more props in that last clip. Yeah, definitely not a Pred. Definitely not a Pred. And he could have been a Pred. Like I said, I don't know, dude. The clips recently have just like not been great. I feel bad for you guys who are watching this because I can't control what we're watching. And I would very much rather go over some really technical stuff. You know what? I think actually what we're gonna start doing is instead of reviewing these clips on ranked, the reason why I like ranked so much is because it gives you the whole guessing feature, and that's fun. But I think what we're going to start doing is we're going to start finding like pro player clips, and then we're going to start reviewing pro player clips instead. Let me know what you guys think about that. Also, if you guys want to get your clips reviewed and broken down, consider joining our weekly classes every single Thursday in our Discord server. It's a monthly subscription, so for $7.50, you can get 4 hours worth of this with your clips and a bunch of other people's clips. We all get together in my Discord server every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST or EDT, depending on the daylight savings bullshit, whatever, I don't know. And basically what we do is this right here, where we sit down, we review your specific clips instead of random people's clips on Ranked, and then we break down what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, how you could have played a situation better, why, you need to do certain things, and we really start building up game sense based off of what you and specifically need to work on. So it's a really awesome budget alternative to getting personalized coaching where it's just you and me and we play matches together, because that costs like $25 at a minimum, going up to like $40, $80 depending on your skill level, right? So consider that. It's $7.50 every month and you get 4 hours. But yeah, we'll leave a link to that in the description, or just go to my website, thedistrict.pro. Let's hop into this last clip here. I'm just gonna guess right now that he's a gold player because his name is Taxi2G. Oh, there's no way that this is actually Taxi2G, right? Taxi2G. And he's playing mouse and key. So it's a control game. Oh no, it's not. So it's a PC player. He put his name on Steam as Taxi2G, and he's choosing to play with 2 console players because there's no way that you get a console player in your ranked game if you're a PC player. That's not how crossplay works.
Oh, oh.
Definitely not Taxi. Taxi does not play like this. Good reset. Found himself in a bad fight and he got out. I love that. Creates the reset, gets to the outside of the gunfight. Nice.
Oh, nice bangle skin. Okay.
Scan here? See where people are playing and then take one of the zips? Your teammate is so loud, bro. Turn them down. Holy shit.
Oh.
Why are we not scanning to see where people are playing so that we know what zip lines we can take?
Ooh.
Good shots.
That's that Watson. You got beat up.
Nice hip fire.
Oh.
Yeah. Juicer. Not a bad clip. That's actually a really good clip. I was gonna say gold. I wanna say diamond. But again, it could be a master player. Fuck, dude. I love Ranked, but I also hate it because you guys just play with my mind. You play with me, bro. You tease me. I'm thinking diamond. I don't think diamond's out of the question here. Masters could be, but I would have thought that they would have scanned and at least given themselves some type of information here. So cool. There's the scan. We know that people are playing on the outside. So, and we obviously see that there's no one right here. So why are we not challenging and contesting this player right here? Oh, there was someone there. How did he not get picked up on scan? Right here, we're playing a little close to the door. Low key, what he could have done here is he could have just opened the door, right? Like he could have played close to the door, like really tight to the wall, and then kind of bait this person to like shoot his gun, right? So like right here, imagine he puts himself right up against the wall and then this Watson starts shooting. Right, this Watson's like shooting at nothing. Now that they've missed a couple shots, he's gonna open the door and swing out and then kill this Watson right here, right now. Right, he could have possibly done that. He notices that he's getting shot in the back, so he's gonna back off. Okay, awesome. So we'll give him some good awareness skills. Instantly gets out of the fight. What he could have easily done also, and again, this is just going to be like a movement thing, which we're going to start seeing in like really high level players, right? As he's dropping down, instead of just hitting the ground, getting like stuck, getting that fall stun, and then running forward, what you want to do in situations where there's a zip line right next to you is grab the zip line last second, and then you hit crouch. When you hit jump, it like jumps you off the zip line. So if this is the zip, it's going to launch you up and back down. But if you crouch, it pushes you down and into the ground. So he could hit the zip and then slide out of it, right? And then he could slide towards the wall. Let's just pretend he gets chased, slides towards the wall, hits the wall jump, bounces back, and pushes the person in the zipline area. Just in case he got chased and he got fought, because he doesn't know if he's going to get chased, right? He doesn't know. There's no way to know if that person chases you or not. So you need to be prepared for those scenarios. He wasn't. He kind of just... The guy was like shitting on him, and he's like, I'm just going to leave. And the guy's just not going to chase me for whatever reason. So there was a little lack of preparedness in case something bad happened.
Oh, nice bangle skin. Okay. Not even mad.
Her teammate is so annoying. Their teammate wouldn't be like that bad if their microphone didn't echo, like they were in a cave, but it's pretty bad. We're moving forward. Nice. We heard, I think they just heard someone, so they're going to slide here. Nice. There's the wall jump. Cool. Cool movement.
Oh.
Also, notice how he's challenging players and he's not really letting players challenge him, right? Like the player's dropping down, the player wants to come fight him. Instead of sitting here and waiting to see what happens, he pushes out and this person isn't expecting that. And he's able to get the first shot off. Also, this is an old clip because the charge rifle is actually a laser beam instead of the new bullshit. He's winning the fight, so he's going to keep the pressure on. He's also staying in a hip fire. Nice to see. We don't ADS when we're face to face. Back off. And he instantly looks at what's happening. He's not going to wait for the player to come up, right? If the player wants to push, they have to move through the open. So he's going to push or he's going to peek off of that. Now, in this situation, I also kind of forgot to mention, all the way back here, notice how he has scan, but he doesn't scan, right? If you want to go and fight this team, you need to know what's happening. The fact that he doesn't scan isn't that much of an issue, but he could have been scanning and he could have just had so much more information as to what's happening. Right here. Cool. Instantly peeks, hip fires so that he hits the general broad amount of damage. And then when the person really gets in his crosshairs, he ADSs and then he just puts a beam on them. That was nice to see. Nice. And then he's going to, after he gets his damage, he's going to push down, be aggressive. He's going to keep the pressure on the person that he's beating. He's going to get the kill. And then he's going to quickly reset, take himself out of that bad fight for a brief moment to keep his health up. And then with all of the extra health, he can stay in the gunfight. So that right there, right? The little jump up, the zip, pops off. He makes himself hard to hit. So even though he's staying relatively close to the fight, he's still briefly taking himself out of the direct fire, right? So again, it's kind of like artificial cover. It's like cover that you can move around through, if that even really makes any sense. And then with that, he's able to kind of like just get behind the guy, do his pump, and then just get some really good damage. So that was a great clip. Overall, that was a really good clip. Again, right? Like the issue with like Diamond and Masters right now is that people can literally be any rank just because ranked sucks. And there's a lot of really good players who have good mechanical skills, but when it comes to ranked, when it comes to actually knowing where to put your team for the end game, how to rotate, how to properly loot, how to properly third party, how to properly take your team out of bad fights, it can be very hard to kind of guess. Overall, this guy had really good awareness. Why am I coughing so much today? He had pretty good awareness as to like where people were, what fights he shouldn't take. He had good initiative in always making the plays and never really reacting to what was happening. He did a really good job of keeping the pressure on people. He had a really good aim, especially for a mouse and keyboard player. He had really good hip fire, and his ADS was pretty spot on also. I wouldn't be opposed to giving him masters, but for some reason, I feel like he's a diamond. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just like this Rankle has toyed with me so often. I guess we're gonna go down. We're gonna go diamond. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Oh, why did I say diamond? Why did I say we're gonna go diamond? I meant to say we're gonna go masters. Oh, he was the diamond player. Yeah, that wasn't a bad clip. That was actually a really good clip. That was a really good clip. We got 3 stars today, so we got half points. Well, anyways, that kind of sucked. Today's video, not gonna lie, kind of sucked. Hopefully, you guys were able to take something away from today's Rankle video. You were able to learn something from these breaking downs of the videos. I know a lot of people in the comment section have been saying that they really enjoy these videos, primarily because we're able to kind of like explain, break down, analyze what players are doing right and what players are doing wrong, even in situations where they're winning gunfights, right? There's going to be tons of moments where you win when realistically you shouldn't be. So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys really enjoyed that video. Tune in next Wednesday for another Ranked video. And like I said, I think we're going to start doing, maybe we're going to start adding some videos throughout the week where we react to either like pro players or like big streamers like Dr. Disrespect. Bro, Dr. Disrespect sucks at Apex Legends, and I would love to coach him. I think I'm going to make a video like reacting to his gameplay and just be like, bro, for the 2-time champ, he's pretty ass. Anyways, that's all. Later.